right? That doesn't mean to be a demon, but it has to be ordered. And it says, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power. So that was what would happen if we were to listen. This is the flip side. Okay? Another thing, the fact that you're so interested in this man, listen, man, that's good though, man. That's good. It says, but it shall come to pass if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay? Now, when you read all these curses, there's no other people that fits to a T in our people. Period. Okay? If I could just read 3 of these, there's nobody else that can fit that. You understand? I don't know. Have you seen the movie 12 Years a Slave at all? Yeah. You want to say I don't like it? Oh, you did? There you go. You watch it too. Boom. This is going to hit you. Boom. Let me jump to this. All right? Let me jump to this. It says, cursed shall be that, cursed shall thou, let me start with the first 2 first. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. What's the ghetto? What's the projects? What's all that? Who lives in those places? The barrios and these places in the lower Latin America. Israelites, right? And it says, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Businesses. Yeah. Very, very bad. Very low. You know what I'm saying? Even Haitian stores, they be closing down all the time. Yeah. Why? Because of the curses. Now let me jump to this one. This is 30, and if you watch 12 Years a Slave, you're going to recognize this. Okay, it says, verse 30, it says, thou shalt betroth a wife, which means to be engaged with a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Oh, yeah. Right? Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Okay? Which, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right? Which represents any type of crop. Cotton, sugar cane, if you're planting grapes too, we're doing everything. Right? And it says, jump to verse 32, it says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. Remember that one lady that was crying the whole movie? Remember he told her to shut the hell up at one point because she was crying for her sons and daughters? That's what they would do. You understand what I'm saying? Because they would separate the families. You understand? So that they wouldn't have to teach them their ways. And really, when they start teaching them their ways, it would go back to this.
What do you think of, say, like Ashkenazi Jews?
Those are false Jews, bro.
Yeah? Where do they fit in?
Those are Edomites.
Not just Ashkenaz, but Sephardic. Sephardic is even...
Sephardic is a little bit different, though. You know why? Because Sephardic is coming from a different part, like the Middle East and stuff like that. So you know what? With the Sephardic Jews, it's different, right? Some of them are Ishmael. Some of them, you don't even have Israelites amongst them. Like I said, you're scattered amongst all people, right? But for the most part, I would say it would be Ishmael. For the most part, I would say Sephardic would be Ishmael. Morocco and these places, right? But the Ashkenazis now, that is the devil of all devils now. Okay? Those are the Amalekites. According to the Bible, they're Edomites, right? When it's one of the so-called white people, they're Edomites, but they're the top family of the Edomites. Basically, they're robbing their own brothers of the blessing that they have. They're stealing all the wealth, and they have lower Edomites, and they're hoarding the wealth for themselves. They own the Hollywood, they own the Diamond District, they own all these things. And if you're so-called Jewish, you'll get benefits. If you're not, you won't get as much benefits as them. You understand what I'm saying? It's a reason. Matter of fact, let me show you something about them, right? Because the Edomites in general, I'm going to show you the fact that they got that land, right? They're in the land of Israel. You're asking, where do they fit into this? I'm going to show you. Because there's a prophecy, like we said before, everything goes back to this in the Bible. There's a reason why they're in that land. It was prophesied, right? This is Ezekiel 36 and verse 5. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea. Idumea is the Greek way of saying an Edomite, all right? Edom, okay? Which have appointed my land into their possession. Where's the land of the Lord? Israel, all right? with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds, they cast it out for a prey. Now it's cast out as a prey because you have them fighting with the Palestinians. The guy that was just up here was a Palestinian. He's telling me, oh shit, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, these guys they're fucked up and this and that. I know, because you know why? They're the devil. All right? They're the devil. They're the reason the earth is the way it is, man. Based upon their greed. They're so greedy that they set up economic hitmen all around the world to destroy nations' economies. That's why you have right. That's why you have so much third world countries. I mean, you read all the first world countries. They're all Edomite countries, except for the bottom couple are like Japan and China, which the majority of the people there are poor. You understand what I'm saying? But the only places that have a so-called first world country are Edomite countries. You have Switzerland. There's that.
It lines up.
It lines up. It lines up with what.
Like you got North America, you got Northern, like Western Europe.
Right. Well, I mean,
more Edomite. Those are more Edomite.
Right. Well, even Eastern Europe too.
Eastern Europe, yeah.
Yeah, you have Eastern Europe too. But the point is this: that they're economically stable compared to the other nations, right? Yeah. Even though one of the weak ones of the European nations will be what they call pigs, right? Those PIIGS. So it's Portugal, that's kind of weak. Ireland, it's kind of weak. Italy, I believe it was. I was thinking Italy, I believe, kind of weak. Greece, weak. Huh? As in economically, right?
But those places would be. Sorry, what was the last one?
Spain, I believe.
Spain, yeah. So those are like not dominated by Edomites.
Those are dominated by Edomites.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But those are basically the lower.
Just the lower class.
Right. The lower economic class of Edomites. Right? Because when you read Daniel, there's an image of Daniel. You might be familiar with it, of a gold head, and it has a silver breastplate, and it has it's an image, a statue with different metals on it in Daniel's. Okay, it starts off with gold, which is the Babylonian Empire. It's gold because of its glory, right? It was a very beautiful kingdom, and they were masters at creating gardens and things like that, right? And the structure was beautiful, but militarily, it wasn't as strong as the others. That's gold is the softest metal. You understand? Then you have silver, which is stronger, not as glorious in look. You understand what I'm saying? Then you had, which were the Medo-Persians. That's what the silver was, the Medo-Persians. Then you had, brass. You had brass, which was the Greeks, okay? Which came in after the Medo-Persians. Then the last two was iron, which was the Roman Empire, super strong. It was basically insanity to come up against the Roman Empire. You understand? That's why it was iron, but it wasn't as beautiful. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? A lot of concrete all over the place. It wasn't as beautiful as the other nation, but militarily, unbeatable. You see what I'm saying? And then it had the toes, which were half iron, half clay. So half super strong, half super weak. That's this kingdom that we're living in right now, right? And they don't want to eat that is the new Roman Empire. Okay? So this is what we're living. We're living in the Roman Empire, and the fact of the matter is, the Most High, the Heavenly Father, He's the one who gave them the power. This is what people don't understand. The Most High gave them the power. He's not out. They're not going. They think they're going against Him, right? When you go to the secret societies, they actually think they're fighting against Him. Oh no, we're gonna take the blessing. The Most High set them up to do what they're doing. Let me read this. This is Job 9:24, and it says, the earth is given. That's crazy, man. The earth, Satan is so pissed, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? The Most High gave it into their hand. They covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is He? Basically, it's saying if these people ain't the wicked, who is He? You understand what I'm saying? So this is just to show you that the Most High has everything under His control, right? Because they're supposed to almost set up their new world order. Almost. They're going to get to the point where they're going to try to microchip. Do not take the microchip. Oh, no. I'm going to tell you that right now, folks. Okay? Don't take this. All right? Guys? Don't take that. That's the microchip. You understand? I mean, if you find out that you're an Edomite, if you feel in the spirit you're an Edomite, go ahead and take it. There ain't no salvation for good that way. You might as well take it. But if you feel you're an Israelite, do not take this. Okay? That's the mark of the beast. Go ahead, take it. Alright? That's the mark of the beast. No, they're gonna do that.
That's what I thought it was.
With what is that device? You see this? They're gonna use a device like this. If you want internet, yeah, of course. Oh, here it is, right here. Here it is. Yeah, in Sweden, it's basically that whole society is basically cashless. Understand? So they're using the microchip.
Numbers. They're all tagged. They're all
Well,
numbers in the
women, they're all
system.
numbers in the system now. Now they know they can take if they, when they're trying to set up a system where they can take your taxes out whenever they want. They ain't gonna
They
be
already print money whenever they want.
right.
Not a problem, print more money.
Exactly.
So the bank is-
Exactly. And it's gonna be a complete slave society. You understand? Where there's gonna be the elites, and there's gonna be the rest of the sheets just walking around trying to get by. Okay. I'm gonna read this too while you're looking at it. I'm gonna read this. This is Revelation 13. This is the prophecy on it. This is Revelation 13. You don't have to hold it up. He's in the cap. He's in the cap.
What? Where you said they were doing? Where are they doing?
They're doing that in Sweden. Basically, the whole
Soros.
Sweden, it's completely cashless. America, recently, I said actually maybe last year we did a video. We were doing videos on it before. Well, come on this side. Yeah, so you don't want to be but Sweden was basically no, excuse me. In America, they had a company that made 50 of his employees get the microchip. They made them get it. You understand what I'm saying? So in America, right? So this is coming more and more. They're making it more and more cashless. And one of the bank CEOs of the banks, I can't remember which bank it was. He said, "Listen, our goal is to make this whole society cashless. We're going to start making the banks cashless. What's the next step? This right here. See what I'm saying?
Track the cash.
That's it. They're gonna track the cash, and then you're gonna be a complete slave under them. This is Revelations 13 and 15, and it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast." The image of the beast represents this system. Okay, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. This is the ultimate form of worshiping the image of the beast. That's the ultimate form of it. Okay. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Oh, Salakia, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That's what the microchip is. The mark, when you look up that word mark, is the Greek word karax, karagma, which means something that's implanted, a stake. When you look at that, that's actually shaped like a stake. That's spiritual, okay? It's something that's implanted into you. All right? Just like when you claim your territory, the elites are claiming their territory upon the people. All right? And it says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. This is where they're going. You understand? That's when you look up an interview from Aaron Russo. Okay, this guy who conveniently ended up dying after he came out with the truth. Is conveniently, right? Now he has heart problems, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right. All of a sudden,
Sleep,
he was running miles, marathons, doing push-ups, MMA fights, and all of a sudden, he was obese. Trust me, you know. Come on, man. You know. The guy, he ended up dying because he came out and said he spoke with one of the Rockefellers in America, Nick Rockefeller. They got a liking to him. And he started to tell him the ultimate plan for the elites is to microchip everybody.
David's brother?
Huh?
Is that David Rockefeller's brother?
Right here. Nick Rockefeller? Oh, yeah, he's part of this family. Because the Rockefellers are really the Rothschilds. This is just another name of the Rothschilds. Okay? They just changed their name. Right, exactly. There we go.
Why is considered worship? Isn't that what happened with Roman?
Absolutely. That's learned. I like that. Yes, this is this guy. Right? And the reason we have it under that is it's spiritual. All right? This guy coming back in the reincarnation of belief. Why? Because first of all, he looks just like him. And second of all, they call him the plastic Jesus. You understand? He was painted to be Jesus back in the Roman Empire. You see what I'm saying? So this is just basically a joke, inside joke that we have. Caesar Borgia. All right? Because he is that same. He looks just like him. Okay? Right? But the whole point is this: their whole plan at the end of the day is to completely microchip people. You Why? Because they're completely greedy. They don't care about
It's
anybody else.
mostly nonsense. They don't like they do it just
Basically, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, let me show you. The reason why you have so much depression is because the true Israelites are not ruling, right? When we're in rulership, this is what people have to understand. When we're in rulership, the Israelites are in rulership, there's going to be peace on earth. People are going to have to pay out their judgment. The Edomites are going to get the worst of the worst, and they're going to be exterminated after the rest of them. That's hard for you to understand, but that's what's going to happen according to Obadiah 1:18. But every other nation that's there is going to get to live in peace and harmony, man. Because there's going to be righteousness on earth. All right? And I'm going to tell you right now, man, you're Israel. I believe you're Israel. You and you, I think you're Israel. You, I'm still working on. I'm still trying to see if you're Edomite. I'm still trying to see if you're Edomite. All right? This is Proverbs 29 in verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Are the people rejoicing now, or are the people mourning as a whole?
Yeah.
Huh? They're mourning. You go all around the world, there's third world countries all over the damn place. Why? Because they set up those economic hitmen to destroy these countries, man. Right? And then they'll say, oh, why can't you pull yourself up by the bootstraps? Right? That's a famous Edomite man. Or the comic book. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. We did it. As if they didn't fucking use our heads as the catapult to get up on the fucking bridge. Alright? You know what I'm saying? But that's normal Edomite logic. You see what I'm saying? So the whole point is this. At the end of the day, when we're in power, it's going to be a righteous society. Everything's going to be according to this. Right now, it's going exactly opposite from this. Right? You look at how the world is going, right? It's going completely opposite from the scriptures. Like, for example, now you have a thing where they have 5-year-olds having sex changes. Is that according to the Bible, man? Is that according to the law, statute, commandment? Do you think the Most High agrees with it? They're basically telling the Most High you made a mistake.
I made a mistake, can I go back?
There's an error in the database here. You meant to say this was a girl. It's ridiculous, man. It's
The
ridiculous.
fact that they're doing it to kids too is all it's torture.
But you know what they don't pull out in the news is that a big percentage of those people
Want to switch back when they're older?
right,
Yeah.
and they commit all types of suicide, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know the exact number, but that's huge. That's huge, man.
Sad, man.
That's not small, bro. That's basically you're bringing them closer to committing suicide.
Yeah.
You know? Come on,
It's
man.
demonic.
It's demonic. That's the word. It's demonic. This is 2 Peter 3:13. It says, nevertheless, we according to his promise look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. This is what we're looking at for ultimately. Right? We're out here to get our salvation because we know the death and destruction is about to come to the planet. Or World War III, all kind of things are about to come to the society. They're about to have cannibalism. They're about to shut all the food in the stores about to be taken out. Okay? This is going to be the transition. No, society.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Society. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Apocrypha, which is part of the Bible, but this is the Apocrypha. But society is about to get back to that primitive state, so to speak. Right.
Yeah, because
it's about to get back. Right.
the pendulum swings.
Because they did an experiment, right? They said, okay, after people say after the first, and don't quote me on it, I'm not sure, I can't remember the exact numbers, but something like this. After the first 2 days, people will steal for money. Okay? The first 3 days, 4 days, people will fight for food. Excuse me. People will fight for food. Right? Huh? Because these people are not used. These people don't fast, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
These people like
everybody's on a full stomach.
right. I mean, me, every now and I fast at least a few times a year. I fast. Brothers that are in this thing fast. You know, and it's deeper than that anyway, right? Because the Lord has to be with you. Yahweh Shem Yahushai has to be with you. Okay? If the Lord is not with you, no matter what you try and do, you're going to end up being destroyed at that time. But I'm trying to show you this. That the fact is this: these people can't handle 3 days without. You see these fat people out here, bro? Yeah. Yo, this society is not built for people to. It's not like a third world country.
Yeah, like privileged people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like a third world country. They don't know about not eating for a
Convenient.
Right. You know. So when that happens, they're gonna lose it. And it said after 5 days, I believe it was, people will kill for food. So that's what's gonna happen. You understand? They're gonna start to kill. You understand? Just so that they can eat, and they're gonna try to eat peppers.
Makes sense.
You feel me? But that's happening in Venezuela right now. It's been happening for a long time now. You understand? But it's still gonna be even worse on the first world countries. This is what's coming to the society, right? So you just imagine that in your brain. This is 2nd Ezra 15, in verse, I'll start at verse 15. It says, "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right? But the sword doesn't mean, it means any type of weapon, gun, knife, anything. They're going to be fighting against each other. You understand? "For there shall be sedition among men," which means they're not going to obey the government. Okay? "And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Have you seen the movie Contagion? I Am Legend?
No.
They're gonna be bordering off different cities. Okay, where you're not gonna be able to go there. Right? Might blow up a bridge or two. You're not gonna be able to go there. This is the type of chaos that's about to ensue in these cities. Okay? And a lot of it's gonna be instituted by the elites.
Do you have a prediction for how long?
Very, very soon, man. The way these things are going,
You think within
very
the
soon.
next 50 years?
Oh, for sure. Let's try 10, bro.
10?
Let's try 10, bro. Let's try within the next 5 years, bro. Let's try 5. Let's try 5, bro. I'll go for 5. You know why? Because the way the society is moving, bro, it just keeps getting faster and faster and faster and faster. Me personally, I think Trump is gonna stay up in office. Okay? Because he seems like the perfect guy in the description of the scriptures. If the scripture says that
You mean another 4 years?
you know what? He's the devil, but I like the fact that he's in office. Why? Because he's making the prophecy come faster.
Do you think he'll be there another 4 years?
You know, huh?
Do you think he'll be there another 4 years?
I believe he's
Or do
gonna
you think
be there.
he'll be there like just
Don't take this for don't take this as fact, you know what I'm saying, or scripture or
Yeah, yeah.
anything. But I believe that because of his characteristics, because the scriptures also says that the beast shall hate the whore. When you read about the whore is America. Read Revelation 17. That's the whore. That's the description of America. Okay? And had fornication in all these different countries. What's going to happen is it says the beast, which is the NATO and the EU, that whole system. You know, America's part of NATO and EU, right? They made a treaty together. They won't fight each other. They'll come and help each other, etc., which is all Edomite nations for the most part, right? Right, exactly. All Edomite nations for the most part. And
Who do you think backs him? These guys. Rothschilds, the banks. So these are the guys who control the banks.
yeah, exactly. That's true. But I'll get to that in a second. I don't want to lose this thought. But it says that the beast shall hate the whore and burn her with fire. That's speaking about the nuclear missiles. The nuclear missiles are in the Bible. I don't know if you know that, but America's going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles. Okay? And so is the land of Israel. But the only thing, the difference between that is that America's never going to be inhabited again, and Israel will be inhabited by us once it's replenished. Fire brings a lot of fertility to the land. When a lava happens, when a volcano erupts, that land is the most fertile land. It's a perfect land that Mosai has. Okay? But my point is this: it said that the beast shall hate the whore. What did Trump do, man? Not too long after he got in office, he was causing problems with NATO and the EU. He was saying, "Listen, you guys got to hold your weight and pay this and that." And all these different NATO and EU nations started to hate him more and more. You see? That's why I say this guy seems like the guy. You know, he has the perfect Edomite persona. He has that proud, you know, I am an Edomite. I'm a white man. He's gonna say, I'm a white man. He's the greatest, and you know, you niggers get back in your place. Basically, that's the way his attitude is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he's the perfect representative for America,
Yeah.
right? Because deep down, behind all that bullshit, remember, Obama was just a puppet. He was a fucking nobody. First of all, he's not an Israelite, right? Because the elites know better than to put an Israelite in that type of position. They're never going to do that. They're never going to take an actual Israelite and put him there. They'll take a Hamite, because he comes from Kenya. Okay, his father comes from Kenya, right? So he's a Hamite. He's not even our people. But they paint this guy that created a person. They say, oh, look, see, everything's cool. Look, they see, you got him.
Yeah.
But deep down in this, right, you know, deep down the surface, it's the same shit. Same economic level, you know, nothing economically changed. No one, you know, matter of fact, you got shot down by the police more under Obama than Trump.
Chicago. He's from Chicago.
Bro.
Nothing about Chicago.
He's a made up person. They created that dude, bro.
Yeah.
But put his ass in the lab. Dr. Frankenstein. I don't know. I'm joking, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's a creative scientist. You know? But this is the point. The point is that this society is going to be broken down to such a level that these people are not going to be able to handle it. Okay?
And then you think that the Israelites are going to rise back?
Absolutely. Because you know what's going to happen in the midst of World War III? In the midst of World War III, the Lord's going to come back. You understand? It's going to be a so-called black man looking like this. All right? Looking like this. And what are the people going to do? They're going to try and fight against it. And you know who knows about that? This? The elites. These guys, they know all about that. They know who the Israelites are. They know that the Lord's going to come back and fight against them. Why do you think Trump was speaking about a space program? Isn't that supposed to be fairy tales, man? Why do you think, how would you? They're trying to make, Trump is speaking about making the third branch of the military in space. Who's he fighting up there? You understand?
Yeah.
Because they know the Lord is going to come back from there. You understand?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right? And not only that, if you look up UFOs on, you know, there's sightings, there's so much sightings of UFOs, and it's the lights. Not no CGI. You know, sometimes they show CGI with an actual ship and it looks kind of real. It's not. It's gonna be like lights in the sky. Okay? If you get close enough, it'll look like a ship, but from here, it's gonna look like a light. And that's spoken about all throughout the Bible. So they know what that is. You understand? But what they're going to do is they're going to try and fight. When you read about Revelation, it says Satan shall fight against God and his angels. Satan and his angels shall fight against Michael and his angels. You understand? That's what it's speaking about. You understand? That's what it's speaking about. All right? It's really the Edomites, and you know they're going to fight against the Most High. You understand? Matter of fact, let me show you that real quick. Have you ever seen a UFO yourself? Have you ever seen not like I mean as in like those lights in the sky that might be like what the fuck is that? You ever seen that before? You never seen it on the internet or anything like that?
On the internet, sure, yeah. Videos, okay, yeah.
You seen it on the internet? Okay. This is Zechariah 5 in verse 1. It says, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off on that side according to it." Right? And they know this land is stolen. You know, Esau has stolen, the Edomites have stolen everything that they got from these other nations, natural resources. They know that. The Heavenly Father knows that. Right? The tab is being written every time. You understand? So when it comes to the judgment, it's going to come like that. This is what they don't want. You know? That's why they get every time we speak, it's like, oh, come on. You're pushing hate. No, we're not pushing hate. We're pushing truth. This is a truth group, man. You understand? But guess what? The truth is it's terroristic in the time of lies. You know what I'm saying? So this is why when we come out here, it's very important, right? That we teach these people what's going on, because they're under this dark cloud. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what nation they come from. They don't know that the Lord is a so-called black man. They don't know that the Israelites are so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? They don't know there's going to be a recompense for the slavery and the genocide that was done to our people. They don't know that. But there is going to be. You understand? You agree with that? So? What's your discretion against that? What's your problem against that?
I don't know. I'm just listening.
Just listening? You sound you're from Latin tribe, Latin America.
Yeah.
Latin America? Which part?
Bolivia.
Bolivia? You're an Israelite, bro. You're an Israelite.
Huh?
You're an Israelite. You're part of this. You're an Israelite.
Yeah.
Okay? See, he doesn't look. Does he look like a Negro? Does he look like a so-called black person? No, because I almost thought he might have been a Quebecois or something. You understand? But he's an Israelite. That's my point. That's my point. But this is Revelations 13 and 9, and it says, "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." So the saints are patiently waiting for that payback. You understand? This is Revelations 13 verse 9.
So you think we live in Revelation right now?
Of course, there's a whole bunch of things from Revelation going on right now. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You think
Absolutely.
Antichrist wanna live in here?
That Antichrist is already here. There's many antichrists. The scriptures, when you read the Bible, when it speaks about Antichrist, it says even now is there many antichrists. When it says Antichrist, just means to be against the anointed, to be against the Messiah. That's all it means.
Because I was a Christian before.
Okay.
Bible. You know Bible? What is Bible? Huh?
The Bible. This is the Bible.
Okay, but you know in the 3rd century, Roman.
Oh, you mean Constantine and these people? The Council of Nicaea?
Decide this book by this interest.
Do you know what they did?
Because
There's a lot of people speak about that. Do you know what they did?
Yeah.
What they do?
Because just let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because we have many books inside in Vatican. We never wanna know what is inside.
Sure.
Like Marie Magdalene, the woman of Christ. I think so. I don't know. It's in the website. Many things like this.
Right, but my question is this: what do you think the Council of Nicaea did to the Bible? What do you think that they did? What was their role in the Scripture? Because I know what it is. I just want to know if you know.
Because in the website, only the website, and I think so. Many things that we don't know. Many things, and you know what? I try to understand many things in the Bible.
Okay.
Bible is codified, huh?
Huh?
Bible is a code.
It's codified. It's codified for the elect, right? Because when you read the Bible,
Yeah.
you got to read it in a certain way. You can't just read it like a novel, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me show you. Show you here. This is
Hey, man.
all right, bro.
Thank you a lot.
Take it
Yeah,
easy,
hey.
bro. Take it easy. No, you pray on that.
This
man.
is
See what
this is
you
very
are, man.
interesting. I'm gonna like
See what
read
you
up
are,
on
bro.
it. Yeah.
All right, man. See what you are. Take it easy, bro.
I respect very much what you do, but I need to understand more about that.
Right. I'm gonna show you that, but I just want to read this for you. It says, look, Isaiah 28:9. It says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast." The milk means the easy things of the scriptures.
Yeah.
There's milk and there's meat.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And it says, "For precept must be upon
My guy is
precept."
there. See,
Okay,
my friend,
I just want to let me finish this up.
I'll go.
All right. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept,
Okay.
line upon line, line upon line. Here a little, there a little, and that's how you understand it. For stammering lips in another tongue,
Yeah.
this is how you will teach his people. So you have to jump from this verse to that verse. That's how you understand the Bible.
I understand what you do. It's very good, but the Bible
Right.
is not only what we know in the Bible.
What do you mean?
Bible is we have a secret chapter.
But you know who knows it? The elect.
No.
The elect knows. The scripture says that.
Because
the elect
we
knows.
talk about in the Bible, we don't talk about Judas. Jude. You don't have Judah.
Judah?
Judah, the guy.
The tribe.
The
Judah?
tribe.
This?
Yes.
Of course there. I can show you the scripture right now.
No, but we don't have the
Chapter?
chapter of Judah.
There doesn't have to be a chapter. There's chapters named after different people of the Bible. It doesn't have to. Judah is a tribe. You know, you know how much tribes there is? There's 12 tribes.
Alright.
There would have to be 12 different Bibles.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Or 12 different chapters. Anyways, man. You see, our people just pull up when Esau pulls up, man. When Esau pulls up, that's when our people come to try and learn something, man. Right? But when Esau's not here, our people ain't trying to hear that, man. You know? Because they look at Esau as the most high. Let's get end of the day, he wasn't looking to hear the truth. He was looking to be entertained because he saw Esau here, man. Esau's here, that's when Jake wants to stop and listen, man. Alright? This is Isaiah 19. Start at verse 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. So that's a scripture right there that's speaking of Judah, man. It says, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Speaking about the so-called African Americans, man. They're gonna be a terror unto Egypt, man. Okay? Right? Because they're gonna lose it. that sleeping lion that was described in Genesis 49, they're going to lose it. You understand? They're going to start to, attack these Edomites, man. All right? But we're not going to be part of that, but we know that's coming. Okay? We know that they're going to be doing it. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan. All right, which is what? The Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew. And that's what we're speaking now. Okay, we're learning that bit by bit. All right. And swear to the Lord of hosts, one shall be called the city of destruction. And where's going to be called the city of destruction? America. America is going to be called the city of destruction, man. All right. Why? Because it was prophesied to be destroyed. That's that whore that sitteth upon the beast. Okay. This is Revelations 17. Revelation 17, I'll start at verse 1. It says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying, come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay, which represents what? NATO and the EU. Okay, so that the woman is sitting upon them, the whore is sitting upon them. You see, and it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Right? So that's what America spreads. It spreads that filthiness and the abomination. Right? Okay, that's what it's spreading to these other nations. Right? It's telling you, no, you gotta accept transgenders, you gotta let your woman over the men. Right? That's filthy abominations. Okay? And it says, and upon the forehead was written, Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. When it speaks about, the blood of the saints, that's speaking about Israelites that were killed up in America, that were murdered in America. You see? You had Gad, you had Judah, you had even, some of Benjamin, Ephraim, So there were Israelites that were murdered all throughout Babylon the Great. So this is what it means when it says it was drunk with the blood of the saints. Okay, and the martyrs, that's getting ready to happen, man. Esau's about to get crazy, man. All right? And we see the setup. These average Israelites, they don't see what's going on, but we see the setup, man. What they're trying to do is they're trying to actually merge